and then share my screen and we'll get started. Let's see.
There we go.
Can you guys see that?
Yes, but
Is it not full?
the stuff on the sides.
Okay. There we go. There, I think it should be good now.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to get us started so that we can end on time and get through this thing. But I have a question for everyone. So has anyone ever started a health plan on a Monday only to be done on Wednesday because it just feels too hard? And have you ever dieted and lost 20 pounds or maybe even 50 pounds or even more only to gain it and often a lot more right back? And have you ever tried to get healthier only to find that the people close to you, your friends and your family, that they seem to sabotage your progress? So we are Shred 10 coaches, and we're here to meet you where you're at in your health journey and then help to take you to the next level. And my name's Kristen Finley. I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm here with my Lisa Bartlett, who is a certified health coach, and Brandy Mespa, who is our homeschool mama and entrepreneur. And we're here to invite you to a community that will support and encourage your health goals, as well as break it down for you in ways that are easily doable, sustainable, and life-lasting. So let's just get right into it. There are two main reasons why we do this program, and we call this program the Shred. So there are two main reasons why we shred. And first of all is that we are all exposed to toxins from the time we're born. They're in the air, the water, the soil, the foods we eat, the products we use, such as plastics, and even the products that we put on our skin. And these toxins end up in our body, and luckily for us, they wrap up in our fat. And it's also lucky for us that we have a liver, which is our main organ for getting toxins out of the body. But for the liver to do its job efficiently, it has to have the right nutrition, and that's primarily fruits and vegetables. So this brings me to the second reason that we need to shred, and that is that 90% of us are not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and what we are eating isn't as nutritious as it was 50 years ago. And this is due to a lot of reasons, including nutrient depletion in our soil, increased consumption of processed foods, our food being picked well before it's ripe and then shipped thousands of miles before it's sold, and our access to cheap fast food. I think there's like a fast food restaurant pretty much on every corner in our country. So, but the thing is if we don't get plant nutrition, our body can't properly get rid of those toxins that I was just talking about. And if toxins build up in our bodies, it leads to all kinds of complications, including poor energy, poor sleep, health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, digestive problems, autoimmune disease, and even some cancers. So in addition, weight management is more difficult when we have excess toxins in our body. And here's why. Toxins are fat soluble. So this means can you guys see, do I have your faces up, or can you see the whole screen?
The whole screen, and we can just see your face off to the side.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
So okay, weight management is more difficult when we have excess toxins in the body. Here's why. Toxins are fat soluble. I said that already, but this means that toxins wrap up in fat. And when we go on a traditional diet, as is depicted in the top part of the diagram, we burn calories through diet and exercise, but unless we're getting 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, the foods that the liver needs to get the toxins out of the body, the toxins actually stay in the body and seek more fat to wrap up in. And this is what creates the yo-yo dieting that you can see in the top picture, as the toxins stay in the body even though the fat is burned off, and then those toxins encourage fat to reaccumulate. So on the other hand, if we concentrate our efforts on flooding the body with fruits and vegetables to give the liver the nutrition it needs to get rid of toxins, the body doesn't need to hold on to fat, and the fat can more easily be shed, resulting in more efficient fat loss and ultimately easier and more permanent weight loss, as is depicted in the bottom part of the slide, when the toxins are eliminated, resulting in a better way to keep the fat off. So the key is to get more fruits and vegetables into our bodies. And I've been a dietitian for 30 years and over 30 years now. And this seems so easy. Like it seems so easy. Just tell people to eat more fruits and vegetables, but ultimately very few people are doing it. And actually the CDC says that 90% of people are unable to get enough fruits and vegetables in their body. So, but knowing how important this is, the shred is centered on getting as much produce in our bodies as possible. And we do this through making fruits and vegetables the foundation of our meals and snacks, and using whole food plant powders to ensure our liver is getting the nutrition it needs to get the toxins out of the body and ultimately improve our health. So Juice Plus is simply 30 different non-GMO, pesticide-free and herbicide-free fruits, vegetables, and berries that are ground up and made into powders or gummies. It's not a substitute for eating fruits and vegetables, but it helps by bridging the gap between the 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables we should be eating and what we're actually eating. It's just a simple and cost-effective way to get a ton of produce in our body. So in addition to the plant powders, we also encourage people to drink a plant-based protein powder. This is macronutrition. So what I was just talking about was micronutrition. Now we're talking about macronutrition, which is carbohydrate, protein, and fat. So it puts good calories in the body. It helps us to feel full. It cuts down on food cravings by stabilizing blood sugars, and it supports gut health because it contains prebiotics. Prebiotics are the food for the good bacteria in your gut. So our complete shake helps to feed the good bacteria in your gut and therefore helps to improve gut health. So I've talked kind of about the first guideline of the shred of getting more whole foods in our diet, using whole fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as the complete and Juice Plus. And Lisa, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about the other guidelines of the shred.
Thanks, Kristen. Hey, everyone. Like Kristen said, I am a certified health coach, and which actually I actually did after I found Juice Plus and the shred, and you'll hear a little bit of my story later of why I wanted to learn more. And like, I'm an information junkie, especially when it comes to this kind of information, because it's for our health and for our life. So, you know, the more knowledge that we have, the better we are. You know, knowledge is power. So, so the shred guidelines. So like Kristen shared, we need to get all the plants in our body, and every kind of fruit, vegetable that we can possibly consume, and our Juice Plus capsules and 1 to 2 servings of shakes a day. And because remember, our liver needs the nutrition from the plants to be able to change those toxins. That's the key. We need to change those toxins to water soluble so that they leave our body and they don't hang out, you know, in our fat. So, so we want to eat them raw. We want to eat them sauteed in olive oil. We want to, you know, we want to put them in sauces and soups and, you know, whatever it is, salads in a jar, just whatever we can do. We want to, especially during the 10 days, we want to get as many plants in our body as possible. And now that our body is ready at that point to eliminate the toxins, we want to drink plenty of water. Staying hydrated is crucial anyway for life, and for all of our body functions. So it's really crucial during this 10 days as well to keep all of that going, but it helps flush the toxins from our body. And especially if we're exercising every day, getting in some movement every day. So that's creating, causing us to sweat. And so then we have to replenish that. And again, we're sweating, which is also getting rid of toxins out of our body, as well as when we go to the bathroom, and, you know, that it gets eliminated through our waste. Sleep, that is an intricate part of all of this as well. And I know if you're like me, that's probably one of my hardest things, is getting enough sleep. And the more and more I read about sleep, it's crucial in every day. Like, and you can't make up for sleep. You just have to get the sleep in, you know, 7 to 8 hours, hopefully during this time, because, you know, we our body runs when we're sleeping, our body runs its dishwasher cycle that washes everything inside and neutralizes the oxidative stress, and it opens up the pathways to eliminate the toxins. So it can start to repair itself. And if we go to bed, so also on top of that, we want to go to bed or we want to stop eating at, say, 6 o'clock, or at least 3 hours before we go to sleep, which it has, they both are connected there, because we don't want to go to bed with a full stomach, because the first thing our body does when we sleep is it wants to digest that food that's in there. It wants to, process all of that and send it off to where it needs to go to, heal the parts of our body that need to be healed and recover. Well, and if it's doing all of that, like right then when we go to sleep, then it's not going to have all the time it needs to actually do the dishwasher cycle and then start eliminating the toxins. So we want to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. We want to have movement, take at least 10 deep breaths, and we want to stop eating at least 3 hours before we go to sleep, or at 6 o'clock at night, depending upon where we are in the time zone of eating. Because some people, they sleep later so they can eat a little bit later. So that's just, that is personal for everyone. And then we want to reduce or eliminate caffeine and alcohol, like I said, eating after 6 p.m. and processed foods, because and then I'll try to also eliminate gluten, dairy, and artificial and refined sugars. And so the reason why we want to do all that is because we're opening up these pathways, that by eating all these vegetables, taking our Juice Plus, drinking our shakes, and doing all that, we're opening up the pathways, so that the toxins can leave. But if we're then clogging the pathways with more gluten and dairy and caffeine, alcohol, it's basically bringing in more toxins that we're trying to get rid of. So at least for this 10 days, we try to say, just, kind of work on that, but it's progress over perfection, and it's a lifestyle. So we never want to say you need to do this or else forget it, because you truly, we want to do this forever, and you want to habit stack and create these habits naturally and with intention, of course, but not like do this or forget it, because that is basically what a diet is. Like there's a start and a stop. This is for the lifetime that you can live your life on the shred. So that is the guidelines. So the results that happen are amazing. So we start to crave more fruits and vegetables. And I don't know if any of you have actually noticed that when if you've gone, say, on a diet and you've eaten, healthier, or made healthier choices, and we're eating more salads and vegetables, you tend, once you've been doing that for just a little bit, all of a sudden you start to actually crave those more than you did the sweets or whatever you were craving before. Salty, sweet. I would do both, salty and sweet, and salty and sweet. And it was like a never ending cycle. But you start to actually crave the fruits and vegetables more than you do the other stuff. You stay at a healthier weight because, like Kristen said, that the toxins don't want to find the fat anymore and stay in the fat because they have been released, and we are able to maintain our weight, which is a lot to do with my story that you'll be hearing in a little while. We have better recovery from working out, improved sleep. So the funny thing is that we're saying sleep more, but then you'll start to have improved sleep moving forward. So that's a win-win. More energy, and hair, nails, and skin. Oh my gosh, my skin that's one of the first things that I see that affected me first, and then hair and nails. It truly, once we start to eat the good things for our body and get rid of the bad things, everything starts to become healthier. Regularity. I know a lot of people that it's huge in their life, like that they were never regular before, and doing all of this, they're happy as can be. And mental clarity, no brain fog, which I know, especially during Christmas time, or the holidays, from Thanksgiving to, after Christmas, even after New Year's, after New Year's, I'm that January shred is like a godsend, because I'm in the worst fog just from eating all the cookies and cakes and, even bites of this and bites of that. It starts to it starts to affect how much energy we have and the way our brain works too. So those are the results that you get, or that you should see. Some of those, all of those, everybody's different, but those are the main ones that everybody can agree that that happen to them when they start doing all of this. So I think I'm going to go tell my story first, and then Kristen's going to take over and talk about herself and a couple other people. So as you can see there, that was me. And that's still me. I need to put a new picture in there, but that's still me now. And you know, I was a queen yo-yo dieter for most of my adult life, and I didn't want to be that way anymore. I was almost 50, and I just wanted to stop saying, oh, I can't go on vacation until I lose 10 pounds or 15 pounds or 20 pounds or 40 pounds, depending upon where I was on that, you know, on that yo-yo. And, you know, and I was tired of it. So I actually, you know, it's funny because Kristen's question at the beginning, how many times have you started over on a Monday? I can't tell you how many times that, like, for 25 years that I said, Monday's the day, you guys, Monday's the day. Well, you know, Monday would come, and then Tuesday, next Monday's the day. And it was constant. And I was tired of it. So I decided for health reasons, and I didn't want to follow in my family's footsteps of dying of complications to diabetes like my dad did. I decided that's it. I'm going to lose weight. Well, I said I was going to change my lifestyle, which I did. I did it different that time. I changed my lifestyle. I wasn't on a diet, and everything was great. I lost 50 pounds. And like, you know, the crazy thing was I lost the 50 pounds, and I was still following it pretty, like, you know, consciously then. And I started to gain weight. And I was like, what is happening? I don't understand why I'm gaining weight when I'm still eating all the good food, all the, you know, I mean, and I was tracking then, and I didn't understand. There was no reason why I should have been putting on weight. Well, if we think back to Kristen's little science lesson from earlier, when I lost the 50 pounds, I wasn't shredding. Of course I was, and I wasn't shredding, so I wasn't eliminating anything to be able to get rid of any toxins. I was eating fruits and vegetables, but I wasn't on Juice Plus yet. And so I wasn't getting all the extra in to release and get rid of all those toxins. So basically I lost 50 pounds, but all the toxins were still in my body. They were literally running rampant in my body because I hadn't done anything else to get rid of, to eliminate them. And I was not eating enough fruits and vegetables, definitely. So they were just having a heyday inside. And that's why I was having trouble maintaining my weight, because every little ounce of good fat, you know, avocados, extra virgin olive oil that I was putting in my body, the toxins were, or my body was saying, oh, heck no, we need you. And we're wrapping back in, you know, you need to wrap these toxins back up. And because I started to, you know, gain the weight back. So that's when entered Juice Plus. I found Juice Plus, luckily. And, you know, I started feeling better, just overall better. And then I started to do the shred, because I'm like, you know, if this is going to work, and if the science is there, I want to see what's going to happen. Well, you know, give it a month or two, because I continued doing it. Yeah, since I've been shredding and on Juice Plus, so we're talking 4 years now, I haven't gained back any weight. And I don't follow as strict as you know, I hate to say diet, but I eat what I want when I want, and of everything. Mostly I follow the shred guidelines on a daily basis, but I do eat what I want when I want, and I haven't gained back any weight. So, but I do get the things that I was saying earlier, like brain fog, if I've had too much, you know, if I've indulged too much during the holidays or whenever. And I just had a couple weeks ago, when I was coming off the shred, I actually had a huge plate of macaroni and cheese because it was so delicious. it was not happy. My body was not happy with me at all. I was pretty sick, like, and I don't have an intolerance to dairy at all. I was pretty sick and I couldn't even eat anything until the next day, about 4 o'clock the next day. So I know the limitations of my body now, and it wants fruits and vegetables and, fish, and just, it wants all of that. I can still indulge, but that's what it wants to eat. And just the skin part of it, I had really bad cystic acne, like bad again. The toxins, that's what they do. They create inflammation, and that's what they were doing. They were going crazy. I was gaining weight, and I didn't know why. And I've never had acne before in my entire life. And I did then. Well, little did I know the toxins were just trying to get out, and they were just going crazy all over my body. So once I started shredding, I would say within 4 to 5 months of me shredding, I got off the medication that the dermatologist put me on for the acne, and I've been here ever since. So those are just a few of the things that I've seen on the shred, and I'm a shredder for life. I live life on the shred every single day. So that's my story. Now,
I love it.
Kristen,
Yeah,
you're-
so I'm going to share, first of all, my friends Tony and Joanna, and they started shredding in December, it was a year in December. So they've been doing it about a year and a half now, going on their 2 years of shredding, and they show up every single month for the shred. And as we all do, that we live a shred lifestyle. I always like to say there's no food that I tell people as a dietitian that you can or can't have. I have no rules about food. Any food is okay. When I'm shredding, I try to be a little bit like cleaner, eat foods that have fewer, that are gonna need fewer tie up the pathways as least as possible to detoxification. So eating a little bit cleaner during the shred, but any food is okay. But when Tony and Joanna started, they just wanted to feel better. Their weight loss was not even a goal for them. And today, a year and a half later, they've lost almost a combined 100 pounds between the two of them. I know Joanna is just right down at the 50-pound mark now. And they have never we don't count calories. We don't say you can or can't have that. There's no set menus or anything. We teach people how to kind of listen to their bodies, and we teach people maybe how to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your diet. That's kind of what we do, and empower people with recipes and just positivity to help them decide what things maybe to try, what recipes to try, things like that. But I was amazed to hear that Tony's cholesterol had come down. He had improved energy, and just little things like decreasing soda intake from 1 to 2 a day to 1 every 2 weeks. Those are the kinds of things when we talk about really a health program. We want people to think about what changes can you make forever? And it doesn't have to be forever, 24/7, 365. It just needs to be over the course of time. What things can you work on? Because ultimately, as a dietitian, I would much rather see somebody make one change for the rest of their life versus 20 changes that are going to last 1 or 2 months, because ultimately that's not going to do really anything for the long-term health picture. But Tony and Joanna have been able to incorporate a bunch of little changes that have added up into some pretty significant changes. And I just want to share my kind of shredding story really quickly, in that I've been shredding for over 5 years now, and I've had just a lot of what Lisa said. It's just been so much easier to maintain my weight. But a year ago next week, I had a knee replacement. So knee replacement surgery at 54, and really, really wanted to get back into life as quick as I can. And I really think that for me, just getting some of that inflammation, keeping the inflammation out of our body by the way that we eat and putting more fruits and vegetables in our diet, it allowed me to not have very little swelling for a total knee replacement. And within 8 weeks, I was out biking 20 miles. And at 5 months, I went skiing, and I've been running. I've walked all over Europe. I'm back, I'm pretty much back to better, I think, at this point. So a year out, and I just cannot say enough for the way that we nourish our body has so much to do with more than just a weight loss journey. It just is, it's going to help you to live the life that you really want to live. And I think we had Brandy, you have a little bit of some things that you wanted to share about the shred as well.
Yes, I do. Hi, my name is Brandy, and I was introduced to Juice Plus a little over 14 years ago. And that was a time when my husband and I were starting to prepare our bodies to be the healthiest that we could be prior to getting pregnant. And adding 30 fruits and veggies into our diet just made complete sense to us. And so while taking Juice Plus, we were at our healthiest weight. We had a lot of energy. We felt great. And a few years later, we went on to have 2 very healthy pregnancies and 2 very healthy babies. And I got my kiddos started on the Juice Plus gummies just as soon as they could eat solid foods. And we were overall just a very healthy family for years. And until 3 years ago, I decided to quit my job, stay home full time with the kids, which meant we had to cut things out of our budget. The first thing we had to cut out was Juice Plus. We thought, hey, we're a healthy family. We can substitute our Juice Plus products with a store-bought vitamin and just add a few more fruits and veggies on our plate. And that turned out to be the worst decision that we had ever made. We started catching cold after cold. My son was out of school more than he was in school. And we were actually spending more money on cold medicine and fever reducers than we would have been on the Juice Plus products. And it wasn't until a year ago we were the sickest we'd ever been. We all caught the norovirus, and I'm laying in bed thinking, what has made us catch all these colds over and over and over again? And we never changed our healthy eating habits. We hiked all the time. And then it dawned on me, it was 2 years ago that we had stopped taking our Juice Plus products. And so I decided right then and there, I would never sacrifice my health as well as my family's ever again. And it's been about exactly a year now that we've been back to flooding our bodies with the Juice Plus products. And I have to say, we're feeling a lot of energy. The kids are super focused in school. We're all sleeping better, and we're all taking all the products, the fruits, the veggies, the berries, the omegas, and we're taking the protein shakes as well. And we're back to, and even better than back to being super healthy. And we've also tried to adopt our Shred 10 guidelines just into our daily routine. We cut out our sugar, I'd say more than half, just out of our daily routine. My husband and I limited our caffeine. We're filling our meals with more fruits and veggies. And actually, when I take the kids to the store, they're asking for cherries instead of ice cream for a dessert. So I just think it's a win-win overall. And with all those incorporated into our lifestyle, it's just taken us to a whole new level. And I think just the sky's the limit for us.
Yeah. Wow. I've never heard your story, Brandy. So that thanks for sharing. I mean, that's really powerful. And it is something for someone that took it, felt great, didn't take it, not feeling quite so great. And I always just like to point out, as a dietitian, our Juice Plus does not claim to cure or treat any illness, but we know there's a lot of research that says that fruits and vegetables make you healthier. And
right.
Adding more fruits and vegetables to your diet is never a bad thing to do. It's just not. And we also know that the 40 plus research studies done on Juice Plus shows that it does the same thing that fruits and vegetables do in the body. So it would be great if we could get everyone eating 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. But my experience over the last 30 years is that people just aren't able, for whatever reason, to do that. And Juice Plus offers a solution to that nutrition gap. So
right.
I think we're going to let you, Brandy, go through some of the shred packages. I'm just going to skip through here And then you were going to talk about some of the ways that you can start the shred with us, which starts, by the way, on Tuesday, next Tuesday, July 5th. Normally we start the first Monday of the month, but because the first Monday is the 4th of July, we're going to start this month on Tuesday, July 5th, and it'll go through July 14th then. So Brandy, take it away.
Okay. Our first package is our shred bundle, which is a 4-month supply of fruits, veggies, and berry blends, and a 4-month supply of our omega blends, as well as 60 servings of complete whole food based shake mix. That equals out to $150 a month for 4 months, or $5.02 a day for 4 months. We also have the completely balanced bundle, which is a 4-month supply of fruit and vegetable blends and 60 servings of complete whole food based shake mix. And that equals out to $92 a month for 4 months, or $3.06 a day for 4 months. We also have the Duo, which is the fruit and vegetable blends, a 4-month supply. And that is $54 a month for 4 months, or $180 a day for 4 months. We also have the Trio, which is the fruit, veggie, and berry blend. And that is $80 a month for 4 months, or $2.67 a day for 4 months.
And those are just 4 of our like bundles that we've done, but really we can customize whatever makes sense for anybody to do.
And if you want to compare it to the Shred 10 product combination, it is $5.02 a day. But if you compare it to if you go and get a coffee at Starbucks, just a grande decaf almond milk lattes, I mean, just with the increase in inflation costs, it's now $5.25 a day. That's before tip. And it just makes complete sense to me to go the other version of the Shred 10 bundle.
Yeah, nutrition wise, how much nutrition you get in the latte and versus the nutrition that you get in the shred, it's really not comparable. And some other things that you get with the shred, Brandy, do you want to tell us about that?
We have 4 months of, you will get 4 months of science-backed whole food nutrition that will benefit your health, whether you implement any of the Shred 10 guidelines or not. And like I was saying prior, or when my husband and I first started getting on the fruits and veggies, we didn't know about the Shred 10. So we had just added the fruit, veggies, and berries into our diet. And that's how we started our family on it, and we were still feeling great and healthy. You will also have access to our private Facebook group where you'll receive recipes, health tips, motivation, and inspiration. And you will have an accountability group that is growing every month, as well as access to Shred 10 leaders who can answer any of your questions. You will also have access to online resources such as the Shred Guidebook and the Taste the Shred recipe book.
Yeah, so we're always providing recipes, tips, tricks, workouts. Lisa does a workout challenge. We have prizes. It's really a fun, supportive private Facebook group that everyone in there is doing the same thing for those 10 days. And it really is a fun, interactive group. And I love it. Facebook can get kind of cruel and nasty and yucky sometimes. And we've never had a negative comment or negativity. If someone says they're having a problem, people flood in with positivity and, suggestions. And it's just a really positive, loving group. So, I don't know where this hits for people, but if it makes sense for you, we would love to have you come join our shred, and we just invite you to get with the person that invited you to watch this presentation and get with us, and we can get you all set up to join us on Tuesday, July 5th. So
and it goes to the 16th, not the 14th. It goes to Thursday, the 16th.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
I'm lying. No, you're Thursday, the 14th. You're all right.
Okay. Okay.
It is, Thursday the 14th. You were
okay.
Sorry.
I was thinking usually it's
calendar.
Back it up a day. Okay. So that is it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share here. I'm going to stop the recording. Oh, I didn't record it. I'm going to stop the live stream.
It's recorded.
Oh, it is.